Good, happy Monday morning, December 14, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Monday morning, so let's begin. First up, we begin with COVID-19 updates. New Hampshire reports 722 new COVID-19 cases and 3 new deaths. Let's take a listen to that video from WNUR News 9.
Chapel Tractor has been in our family since 1955, when great-grandfather Pearlie and our grandfather George decided to sell tractors out of their barn, with a work ethic geared towards customer satisfaction and
new numbers just into our newsroom tonight showing how the pandemic is affecting New Hampshire right now. Tonight, there are 722 new cases confirmed, bringing the total this year to almost 31,000. There are more than 6,500 active cases in the state right now, but that's almost 40 fewer cases than yesterday. 603 Granite Staters have lost their battle with the virus, and 251 people are in New Hampshire hospitals tonight. That number is dropping from last week.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Now let's take a look at your New Hampshire COVID information, new updates and data. Let's take a look at that right now. And here is a look at that information for all of you right now. There are 30,956 number of people in New Hampshire who have tested positive for COVID-19. 16,226,561 number of people in the United States who have tested positive. 603 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 861 number of people live in hospitalized with COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And 299,093 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. Now let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire where current cases of COVID-19 are. Manchester, 833 current cases of COVID-19. Let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire where total cases of COVID-19 are. Manchester, 5204 total cases of COVID-19. Now let's take a look at these 3 charts here. Let's start with the first chart here, new cases each day in New Hampshire in the purple, daily new positive COVID-19 cases. Orange, new hospitalization, and red, deaths. Let's take a look at this chart here, current cases in the purple, total current COVID-19 cases, and in the orange, current hospitalization. Now let's take a look at this chart here, total cases in the purple, total positive COVID-19 cases, orange, total hospitalization, red, death, and blue, recovered. Let's take a look at this chart here, positive PCR test rate, positive PCR and antigen test rate, and daily PCR tests. Let's take a look at this chart here, age group of cases, and female and male of cases. Let's take a look at this chart here, infections, hospitalizations, and deaths. Let's take a look at this chart here, deaths, percent of New Hampshire population, rate/ethnicity of cases, and hospitalizations. And a reminder of your common symptoms: fever, lack of smell, cough, chills, difficult breathing, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. How it spreads, and prevention tips. And be sure to stay with the Riley King Network for the latest of your COVID-19 information. Governor, first shipment of vaccines set to arrive in New Hampshire today. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Tim Callery.
This year, I got the most unique gift for the holidays. My wife gave me a Fleet Air Club membership for Christmas.
Tonight, the long-awaited COVID-19 vaccine is on its way to New Hampshire.
We had this execution phase. It's really important that the devil's in the details and we get this right.
Harry Plummer is part of the state's vaccine distribution.
It's going to be broken down and distributed to the hospitals, and then they're going to work with the pharmacies to get it to the long-term care facilities at a rapid pace.
Plummer says the state has been preparing for this moment, conducting a dry run as recent as Friday.
There's been a great team at Public Health working on this for months, and it's go time, and I think all that preparation is going to pay off in the next few days and next few months.
This is an historic moment in the coronavirus experience.
Tate Curdy is the Chief Operating Officer of Elliott Health System.
We're told from the state to expect up to 390 vaccines.
The vaccine will go through a thawing process, but Curdy says he expects shots will be given within 24 hours of its arrival. The first round will go to the highest risk employees.
There are people who have the closest interactions with most sick patients. Individuals in our emergency department and medical surgery floors, in our intensive care units.
An advantage in a months-long battle with COVID-19.
We're really excited to see that there's some positive progress being made with respect to the vaccine.
And the Elliott actually did a survey with its employees to see how many of them would opt in on the vaccine. 2,000 of the roughly 3,000 employees who qualify for Phase 1 said they would. Reporting live tonight, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire SPCA hosts Pet Food Share to help families facing hardship. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Mike Cronin.
This year, I got the most unique gift for the holidays. My wife gave me a Fleet Air Club membership for Christmas.
During the pandemic and the holiday season, financial strains have led to food insecurity, but not just for people.
They're looking in the eyes of a hungry loved one. It happens to be four-legged potentially, their cat or their dog, and they will share their meal with them. There's not enough often for one, no less for two.
On Sunday, the New Hampshire SPCA held its first ever drive-up pet food share.
We've got 50-pound bags of dog food, cans of cat food.
The shelter's Stratham location remains open by appointment only. On Sunday, staff and volunteers welcomed families for contactless pickup. The event made possible by thousands of pounds in food donations from GreaterGood.org.
It's just part of trying to make it easier. It's what we do and how we can give back to our communities.
Generally, SPCA Director Lisa Dennison says they work with pantries to get pet food to families, but this became just one more way to reach those in need.
Knowing that this is a particularly tough time of year, we wanted to open up this opportunity for individuals who may not necessarily go to a food pantry, but are food insecure for themselves or their pets.
Dennison says people can also help the effort by contributing food donations on the SPCA website. And by feeding furry family members, pets can stay in their homes where they belong.
This is difficult for everyone, agencies included, so we appreciate the support.
Mike Cronin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. It really is such a great honor. New Hampshire's Electoral College members prepare to cast ballots. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Siobhan Lopez.
This year, I I got the most unique gift for the holidays. My wife gave me a Fleet Air Club membership for Christmas.
Monday, New Hampshire's 4 Democratic electors will meet at the State House in the Executive Council chamber to cast their official ballots in the 2020 presidential election.
Well, other than the birth of my children and grandchildren, it's the most exciting day of my life. It really is. It's such a great honor.
It's a particularly special honor for State Representative Steve Shurtleff to cast his ballot for Joe Biden, as he is a longtime friend and ally to the president-elect.
Because presidential elections mean so much to the people of New Hampshire with the first of the nation primary. We take every election very seriously. And so for me, as someone who was born and raised here in the city of Concord, it's just a tremendous honor.
All 4 of New Hampshire's electors are expected to vote for the Biden-Harris ticket, but nationwide there could be what are called faithless electors who do not vote for the candidate they're pledged to.
I don't think anybody expects that there will be a material effect on the outcome because of any electors who choose to do something like that.
John Graby, a constitutional law professor at the UNH School of Law, says once the Electoral College votes, members of Congress can object to the results of particular states.
I do expect that there will be objections, just based on the fact that so many members of Congress signed their name to the amicus brief that was filed in support of the state of Texas's lawsuit against 4 other states that the Supreme Court disposed of earlier this week.
Now, tomorrow's votes are sealed and they will be delivered to Congress. Graby says any objections would happen on January 6th. Now, a member of both the House and Senate must sign on to have any objection go to a vote. And both houses of Congress would have to vote to uphold that objection to ultimately not accept a batch of votes. Reporting live, Siobhan Lopez, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.